Day 1. Rewriting beliefs about relationships. Relationships are deeply shaped by the beliefs we form from early life. What were the key messages you received about love, communication, gender roles, money, and culture from your family and environment? Understanding these influences helps us recognize how they shaped our beliefs. Take time to reflect. How did your parents interact with one another? How did they treat you and others? What beliefs were formed from these experiences? Were there limiting beliefs about love or communication that still influence you? This day focuses on identifying and replacing those old beliefs with empowering ones. Belief tip: start noticing the small things you say or think about love. Even sarcasm or jokes like "marriage always ends in divorce" can hold hidden beliefs. Bring them into the open. Examine how they show up in your life and replace them with new, more expansive statements. Day 2. Crafting your relationship vision. Imagine your dream relationship. What does it feel like to be fully seen, loved, and understood? Write a series of positive, present-tense statements that describe this ideal relationship. Don't just think in general terms like, "I want to be happy." Be specific. Do you want deep conversations, shared adventures, or a partner who supports your growth? Distill this into one powerful sentence that sums up what you truly desire. This clarity will help guide your choices going forward. What do you want? Declare it. Write it in one sentence. I want. With the relationship vision and one-sentence declaration you just created, write a list of qualities, characteristics, and values you want in a partner that would bring about that vision and meet your deepest relationship intention. Vision tip: the power of visualizing what you want and living as if it's already happening can't be overstated. Create a relationship vision board or a daily practice of affirming your vision to attract the love you want. Day 3. Aligning yourself with what you want. Today's challenge is tough but essential. You've laid out what you want in a partner. Now it's time to ask, are you embodying those same values and qualities? For instance, if you want a partner who's trustworthy, are you being honest with yourself and others? Your energy and behaviors must align with your desires to attract your ideal relationship. Self-check tip: ask yourself, would I date me? Be honest about where you're out of alignment and commit to making shifts that raise your own integrity and attractiveness. Complete the statements below to create your personal manifesto. I'm done tolerating. I tolerated this behavior in the past because what I learned from this experience was, I'm afraid of this because releasing this fear will allow me to, I promise to honor my integrity by, I commit to, I am ready to reclaim the power I gave away by, I forgive myself for, I am worthy of, I am ready for, I give myself permission to, I own my, I love. The relationship that inspires me the most is, what I admire about this relationship is, I will not settle for less than, I choose. Day 4. Declaring your deal breakers. No one is perfect, and compromise is part of relationships. However, knowing your deal breakers is essential to avoid sacrificing your core values. What are the non-negotiables in your life, such as how you feel about family, honesty, or shared goals? Make these clear to yourself and declare that you will walk away if someone doesn't meet them. Examples: I would like to get married by, I would like to have an intern of kids, I would like to start having kids by. When it comes to alcohol, my deal breaker is, drugs for me are, if someone doesn't meet these requirements, then I give my word to myself that I will walk away. Clarity tip: deal breakers aren't about being rigid, they're about protecting yourself from long-term incompatibility. Use this exercise to gain clarity on what you won't compromise on, and make sure to respect these boundaries in future relationships. Day 5. Growth checklist. This section focuses on identifying your relationship growth areas. Do you struggle with setting boundaries, communicating your needs, or healing emotional wounds? Examples: boundaries communication, worthiness healing my abandonment wound, understanding my emotions, plus emotional needs, decoding my relationship patterns, plus love blueprint, inner child work, reclaiming my voice, releasing the past, plus healing my heart, opening myself to receiving plus trusting love. How can you support your growth in these areas moving forward? Once identified, commit to improving in one key area each week. Growth is a lifelong process, and self-awareness is key to building better relationships. At the beginning of this video, you were encouraged to contemplate and/or write your truest, deepest relationship intention. Visualize and fix your mind on that exact type of relationship you desire. It's not sufficient merely to say, "I want a relationship." Use the prompts below to create your very own commitment letter. Be clear and definite as to what kind of relationship you really want. Is it a partnership? What does it feel like? 1. Determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the relationship you desire. There is no such reality as something for nothing. Are you willing to be patient, committed to your truth? Learn in areas you know you struggle and you need to grow in. Are you willing to make choices that get the type of relationship you crave? 2. Establish a definite date when you intend to be in the relationship you desire. Know this step can feel scary to commit to, as it can trigger scarcity. We live in abundance, so write down a date that feels like it's not too much pressure, but also makes you feel a little nervous to choose. Create a definite plan for carrying out your desire. Begin now, whether you are ready or not, to put this plan into action. Do you want to join groups, attend classes, sign up for a course, commit to one-on-one coaching? Learn more about your past and how it influences you in your relationships today. 4. Write out a clear, concise statement of the type of relationship you intend to acquire. To review, be definite as to what you really want. State what you intend to give in return. Name the time limit for its acquisition, and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to create it. Growth tip: resistance is a sign of where the deepest work needs to happen. If something on your list feels emotionally charged, that's your cue to lean in and explore. Day 6. The real deal checklist are: you choosing a partner who truly aligns with your desires, or are you settling for less? Today's checklist prompts you to evaluate whether your current or past partner is the real deal. Be brutally honest. Are you holding on to a relationship out of fear, habit, or the idea that no one better will come along? Reality check tip: there's no room for maybes when it comes to love. You deserve someone who meets your standards. Use this checklist as a tool for clarity. You're going to get really real. This checklist will help you figure out if your current partner, a past partner you can't stop thinking about, or any future partners are the real deal. Check yes or no next to each statement below. There is no maybe. There could be a need more information, but don't pretend to need more info just to justify settling. Yes or no only. Does this person want what I want? Does this person meet all of my non-negotiables, deal breakers? Is this person almost it, but not quite, and I don't want to admit it? Is this person emotionally available, intuitively? Does this person, in any way, feel like an old pattern? In choosing this person, am I choosing to honor myself? If I was choosing from a place of abundance and trust that my partner exists, and all I have to do is choose myself on the path to them, would I choose this person? Do I seem to be wanting other people's advice and opinion about them because I don't want to acknowledge what I already know in my heart? Day 7. Exemplifying great couple. Habits. Great relationships don't just happen, they require intentional habits. Are you showing up as your best self? Are you and your partner being vulnerable and honest with each other? Examine your relationship dynamics and make a commitment to adopt habits that create long-lasting love. Here are 5 questions to help you explore the habits and behaviors that all great couples exemplify. Make them the standards and agreements of how you live your relational life from now on. Are we being our best selves? Are we doing the best we can? When life hands us plot twists, are we still showing up? If we want honesty, are we always honest? If we want integrity, what areas of our lives lack it? If we want someone who has certain values, are we actually living those values? Are we limiting or blocking the love we're capable of? Do we have reasons why we limit our vulnerability? Do we share our greatest fears with our partner? Why do we do the things we do? Are we able to be ourselves? Does your partner know your biggest dreams? Do you share who you are at your core with the person that you're wanting to share your life with? Are you pretending to be someone you're not? Is our partner getting what they need? Ask each other if the relationship is working. Ask what could be better. Are we holding on to a relationship that we've outgrown? Are we in the relationship out of habit and routine? Have our paths and roles in each other's lives come to a conclusion? Or have they just changed? Does the old relationship need to die? And does a new one need to be born with the same partner? Or with a different partner? Action tip. Great couples prioritize communication, integrity, and growth. Start with small habits like daily check-ins or intentional acts of appreciation, and watch the transformation happen. Day 8. Boundary building boundaries. Protect our energy, happiness, and self-worth. Identify the relationships, habits, or behaviors that feel heavy in your life and figure out what needs to change. Create space for joy by setting clear boundaries around what you will and won't tolerate. Think, write out every person, relationship, and habit you have that brings you life, joy, and fills you up. Don't hold back. Then list the things that feel heavy in your life. The people, relationships, habits, behaviors, and whatever else comes up for you. Go through each thing you listed on the left and feel into gratitude for that person choice. These are goals for how we want everything in our life to feel. It doesn't mean they always will feel that way, especially with relationships because they involve 2 or more people. But the point of communication and boundaries is to move them back to this space. Acknowledge the list of things that feel heavy and just breathe. Acknowledge the connection to the truth and the acceptance of the truth. Deep breaths. Now, next to each thing, write out a statement of what you would need to change in your life in order to move that thing either into the joy column or out of your life so that you feel honored, loved, safe, and protected by yourself. Do you need to have a conversation? Stop doing something. Reevaluate something. This is about feeling into what would bring you more freedom and alignment. One by one, honor the statements that you made and get your life into alignment. This is how self-worth is born. These bring me joy. These feel heavy. What needs to change? Boundary. Tip. Boundaries are acts of self-love. They're not about shutting others out, but about protecting your emotional well-being. Practice setting boundaries and feel empowered by how they shape your relationships. Like, share, subscribe. I hope to see you again soon. I hope you have enjoyed this video about relationships and found some of the information useful. Like, share, subscribe.